Got it. Amen. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Happy Thursday, everybody. Woo-wee. I tell you, this is some kind of time. I tell you, some kind of time. We are truly in. Hopefully you have found a way. You guys see I have my little neck cooler. So hopefully you found a wonderful way to stay cool and a wonderful way to stay on track. And I would love it if those of you, thank you for joining me in the Zoom. Hey, Miss Amber. Hey, honey. Hey. Uh-oh, I don't know if she can unmute. All right, Mama Connie, you're able to unmute?
Hello.
Let's see.
Hello?
There you are.
Okay, I'll mute it back.
Oh, no, I just want to say hello. Welcome. How's your Shrek going, lady?
It's going fine. It's just that my body's been a little achy and stuff, but the bed is going good.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. Well, we want to give me just 1 second to share this to my page, and then we'll go ahead and get started. And maybe there's someone you know that you want to invite. So, and if you would go to the Dr. Brinetta Be Well today on YouTube and like and share and all that good stuff, that would be just so wonderful. I would just be so appreciative. So let me put this in. Hey, Miss T.
Hey, I'm in here.
You?
I'm good. I'm in my time. Oop, getting changing my tie guard around. So I'm
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we're glad you're on, Miss T. Glad you're on. All right. And I'm just sharing this. Give me 1 more minute. It's right at 6 o'clock now. I want to just say a good welcome to Miss Cindy Gunderson, who this is, as far as I can know, her first time on with us. So thank you for joining. And I'm so grateful to have you. And it's Wellness Connection time. So how's everybody feeling in your body? How's everybody feeling? And I usually I tell my students, give me a thumbs up. You get to give me the finger, thumbs up, thumbs side, thumbs down, or somewhere in between. How we feeling today? Thank you, Anthony, for that thumbs up. How about you, Amber? How you doing? Thumbs up. Yes. Oh my goodness. Mama Connie, your room is a little dark. I can't see your thumb. Oh, thanks, Miss Cindy. All right, so we got great thumbs up. And if you're in the chat, send me a thumbs up in the chat, because that's what this is all about. We do this Wellness Connection because we know, I'm going to say it like we say it in my house, nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. I'm going to say that again. Nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. So when you wake up and your brain is working and your body is working and your energy levels are right, it is worth it. I just came upstairs. I'm here. I'm literally away from home. I'm here in Las Vegas for a training with some of my family members. And, there's a birthday going on. And of course, I'm surrounded by, I call them omnivores. Like, they will eat anything. Like, even my vegan meal is not safe. Like, I have to be like, get back, get back, because they just eat everything. And there's cake everywhere. There's cookies everywhere. There's chips and fried things everywhere. And I'm like, there's soda. But you know what's so cool this time, you guys? I'm just like thrilled, because I don't like, the chocolate cake has been sitting on the counter since we got here yesterday afternoon. And I can I just tell you, I'm like, talk to the hand. I don't even want that. because I already know what that cake is going to do in my body. Am I right? So I've got my Wonder Woman like ching, 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 my cake resisting powers. And you know what? I just feel good about the fact that I'm not drawn to that anymore. Why? Because I know better about what that is going to do in my body. I know that sugar is not my friend. And I know that that cake just looks good on the outside, but it is poison on the inside, right? So I want you to think back, even through the last couple of days, of some time when you made that decision, like you were challenged with eating something, drinking something, kind of doing that unhealthy thing, but you resist it. Can you think of it? You got it in your head? Oh my gosh. All right. So I want you to just kind of pat yourself on the back there, like, good job, good job. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit for all the good decisions that we make. Oftentimes we're just so hard on ourselves. We're like, oh my gosh, I'm terrible. I'm still 10 pounds overweight. I ate the wrong thing this morning. But listen, those things happen. I just sent out a message this morning. Life is always, just always going to toss things at you. But the thing to remember, so this is just like what's on my heart today, is every good choice matters. Okay, so you may have made a couple bad ones or not so good or not the healthiest, but that's okay. Every good choice matters, and every new choice is another opportunity, right? It's another opportunity to get it right and to do great. I know Anthony is on tonight, my favorite nephew. Don't tell the others. Don't tell the others. Anthony, don't do it. He's driving, and so I don't know if he can unmute, but he's been with me for a while now, and there's that up and down that he can testify to. And he just told me, you know what? I found my way back. And he's on it right now, and he's lost, what is it, 10 pounds? Anthony, put a thumb up if it's 10. Oh, it's 15? Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. These guys, they can do it. And he struggled with so many of the different issues in his body, but it just feels so good. Anybody brave on my Zoom tonight that wants to share? Anybody want to share something good they feel about a choice that they made this week that felt good? Who's willing to share? Oh, come on, you guys. Come on, Amber. You know you called me, text me to tell me. You could just share. Oh my gosh. What's with these shy ones? Come on, Amber.
I'm just happy because I was 179. Now I'm down to 160. So I'm just so happy.
And you know what? I am just so proud of you because, girl, you have ridden the ride, and it's been hard and difficult, but you
Yes.
stuck in there. And how are you feeling in your body
Yeah.
today? How are you feeling?
Good.
Yes.
Good. I see the weight is going off. I
Yes.
see it a lot.
Yes.
I see.
All right. And how's your shred going this month? How's it going this week?
Good.
Yes.
Good. I'm happy for the shred.
What's something you would like if you were going to give your friends a tip to help them stay positive and strong on the shred? What would you tell them? What's one of your chats?
Just being healthy, eating healthy foods.
Okay,
Needs
so
to
surround yourself
be
with good
good.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
2+ and everything.
yeah. Well, good, sweet baby. I'm so proud of you. Oh my goodness, we've been together a long time, and it's just been kind of up and down and in and out.
Yes.
And I know tonight we are, I'm mentioning, and others will tell you, that's not my main focus, because there's a lot of people in the world who their weight is fine. Their weight is fine. However, they are not healthy. And I remember the days when I thought that skinny equaled healthy. That is not the case. But I do love to celebrate having myself been 400 pounds at one time. I do love to celebrate everyone who is challenged with getting that weight down and is making those sacrifices. And it can be so hard, you guys, so hard, I know. So I'm glad, I'm proud of you for being on. Mama Connie, do you want to share anything about how you're doing this week?
I'm doing okay. Like I said, my body hurts, but that's something, a different issue. But I do enjoy the shred, and I made my little vegetables, my little chicken and vegetables that I eat when I have my meal plan. And I look forward to my shake. I make sure I get me some strawberries and banana to put in there so I can feel like I have one of those smoothies from the store or
Oh
from
my goodness,
someplace
yes,
else. But
good.
I enjoy it. And what I did this time, though, I put some ice in it because it's been so hot. I mixed it with ice in my milk.
Yes, yes. So it's
Yeah,
all thick and
and it
nice.
it
You
cools
get
you off.
good. Yes. Excellent, excellent. And
Yeah, it's good.
I'm
Yeah,
noticing you are just so much happier. You're just so much
yeah,
happy. I love it. I
yeah,
love
yeah,
this is good,
yeah.
good. Anybody else want to share really quickly how you're doing this week? I'm open. Welcome, Miss Chasney. Oh my goodness, you made it on. Welcome, Miss Chasney Russell. I've got 2 new people on tonight. This is awesome. And July is kind of dry because people are on vacation and everybody's traveling. And so I get it, our numbers aren't high tonight, but that's okay, because every moment, every time we come together, what's our mantra? We're going to talk healthy until we think healthy. We're going to think healthy until we live healthy, and we're going to live healthy until we love healthy. And I'm telling you, this works. All right, my buddy, Miss Arlene, come on, buddy. Say something and greet everyone tonight.
Hello. So I am the buddy, and me and Brinetta have been buddies almost 20 years now. Right,
Yes,
sis? 2004,
yeah,
2024. And every step of the way, we have learned over these 20 years, we've learned, and we've never stopped learning about health and wellness.
yes,
And the mantra that Bernetta just talked about, if you, talk healthy, then you'll think healthy. If you think healthy, then you'll love healthy. And honestly, that has been what has kept us. We have been, I would probably say I've probably been more up and down than Bernetta has been. Bernetta is the health and wellness guru.
yeah, that's
But between marriage and children,
right.
and when I went to school, got my master's degree, I have a tendency to kind of gain weight very quickly. But just as much as I know how to gain weight, the good news is I know how to lose it too.
Yes,
And
yes,
again, we talk so much about weight. It really is not about weight. It is truly about learning your body and finding what works for you individually. And I think we are here for one another as a team of wellness enthusiasts. That's what we'll call
yes,
ourselves, wellness enthusiasts, to throw around some things that may help everyone. Kind of like, okay, well, what is Amber dealing with? Let's help Amber based on the many years of kind of experience that we've come with. What have we found that works for us? Now Amber may take that and it may work for Amber, or it may not work for Amber. But the thing is, you keep digging until you find out what works best for you. And so for me, over these 20 years, one of the things I've just been resistant to drinking water, you know. And this year, when me and Brinetta came together and we said, well, how can we, like, you know, just have, you know, health and wellness be the center of our you know, of our thought process, we said,
Yeah.
let's put together a team of people who are like-minded. And when
Yes.
we do that, what we'll do is it will keep us motivated, and then we can share what we know. And
Yeah.
so, but during that time, 20, you know, I've, again, water has not been my thing. And not until recently, and I think it's because I'm getting older. You know, when you're 20, I don't know, your body just maybe it doesn't need as much water. But now that I'm about to be 42, I'm like, you know what? A little lubrication, you know, might do, you know, me some well, you know. And, you know, the same with Brinetta. Brinetta's whole thing right now is strength training and
Yeah.
what that's doing to her body, how that's changing her life now. But when she was, you know, 38, 39, she wasn't thinking about no strength training. But the older you get,
Yeah,
the
that's it.
more you start to think, you know what, I think I need my muscles,
I need some of
you
that.
know, because your
Yeah.
muscles, the older you get, begin to atrophy. Okay. So, you know, there's little tidbits along the way with this wellness connection that we say, you know what? Amber, Amber, I don't even know how old you are. Don't tell me. But Amber, who's, let's say, 32, you know, she may benefit from something that I experienced in my 30s, right? Now, Amber has had children, you know, but as she as you know, and I recently had a child, she may be able to share some things with me as it relates to, you know, what her experience was like after childbirth with maintaining herself. Okay, the reason why I'm saying all this is the reason, ultimately. We want this wellness connection to be about each and every one of you. We do a lot of talking, and it's true, and we're happy to talk. We don't mind talking. But we really want to know at the heart, what are the challenges that you guys are dealing with? What are the things that we can just start throwing around? We can, if you don't know, we let us do the research for you. If you
Yep.
say, you know what, I'm starting menopause, and I know that there's some things that I need to know about menopause, and then we'll start to do the research for you, and then we can you know, provide those answers, those insights for you. So um, we're in July, and you know, August, all we're going to go all the way to the end of the year, and if God helps us, we'll go even beyond that. But we really want you guys to start thinking about the things you guys want to talk about, because we've talked about water, we've talked about movement, we've talked about, you know, um sugar, we've talked about those things, but now we want to know, what do you want to talk about?
What do
Okay.
you?
So that's all I have to say, sister. I know I took a little bit more time, but I want people to realize that we are here for each
Oh,
other. And this is a truly a collaborative type of venture that we're on. We're on a journey together.
amen. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes. Everybody needs a buddy. Get a buddy. Get your buddy. And thank you, Chasney. Chasney wrote in the chat, she would like to talk about fibroids. And so we have some wonderful experience with managing or dealing with fibroids. And so Chasney, we're writing that down. Write that down, buddy. And we're going to talk about it in our next time. And actually, I can do some talk with you on the side, but we will discuss that. And I've had some wonderful, wonderful results with just some changes. It's amazing to me every single time how we are able to discover the beauty and the blessing of what's on your plate, how well your plate can impact your life. And I'm not going to remember, I shouldn't do quotes, I don't remember who said it, but it was said, let your food be your medicine. And that is what God said, that the fruits and the vegetables in the garden are meat for you. And that whole phrase means it is the thing that will sustain you. every fruit in the garden. And so as we adjust our diets away from the sad standard American diet, as we adjust our food lifestyle to incorporate those fruits and vegetables and berries that God said your body was designed to eat, we are finding, it's like a miracle. We are finding that when the body has what it needs, it can heal itself. And we've seen people who came with fibroids, all manner of issues, just experience some relief in their body. And so that's our goal. That's why we're here. Arlene and I, now, as I said a little bit about me, I have a couple new people on. I used to weigh 400 pounds. I was in pain all the time. And I was so overweight that I stopped being able to buckle the seatbelt in my car. So I know what it feels like to be trapped in your body. I was on that pre-diabetic list. I was assigned a medication for high blood pressure. And I was truly miserable in my body. I know what that feels like. Thank you, buddy. That was Hippocrates who said, let thy food be thy medicine. Amen. And so I understand the challenge of kind of feeling trapped in a body that doesn't feel good, doesn't work good. I was tired all the time. I was in pain all the time. All my joints ached. And at some point I hit a wall, and I knew that I needed to change my eating, but I didn't realize how drastic of a change I needed to make. So I'm really grateful. And every one of the challenges that we do is connected to a strategy that I found helpful. I don't know everything. I am not an MD. My doctorate is in ministry, but I have a PhD in losing weight and keeping it off for 20 some odd years. That's where I just have experience. And I believe that some of those experiences can be helpful. I'm going to share my screen again because I want to talk a little bit about this month's challenge. The challenge this month, in July, it is summertime. Nobody wants to cook, no way. But so then I think I'm crazy to do a drive past the drive-through challenge. And I remember my buddies on the live, we remember when we thought driving through Del Taco and getting that BRC, just add some extra lettuce in there and it's going to be a great thing to eat. And we laugh at ourselves now because we just didn't realize how bad it was. You guys just forgive us. Just like say, what in the world?
Sister, what about the Jack in the Box egg?
And we thought we were doing good when we said, take that meat off of there, take that cheese off of there. We're just going to have the bread and the egg because we're healthy around these. I know, Sydney, just hold your head. Sydney's like, oh my God, what are you people thinking? This is the phases that we have to go through. And I'm open enough to say, you guys, maybe you want to learn from my experience. Don't do it, okay? And so then I married a wonderful husband who refuses to drive and eat. Like he will not eat in the car. And I love him for that, because we literally have stopped driving through. We don't do it. And so the goal here is to actually sit down to eat. Come out of that car. Don't eat in the car. Don't eat at your desk. Try not to eat while you're talking on the phone. And then we said one serving at a time. And yes, I use the curse word, measure your food, measure. Learn, read the label, find out what one serving is, and start with one serving. Make your plate, put the other food away, and just sit somewhere and enjoy your food. And I promise you, I did that again today. I made my Brussels sprouts. I made my chickpea mix with the mushrooms. And then I had a lot of lettuce and onions and tomatoes. And then I just made my beautiful plates. And then I sat down and I just ate my food. It was so wonderful, you guys. It was so wonderful. So I want for this month, how are we doing on that challenge? Anybody want to talk about the drive-through challenge? How are we doing? Okay, I don't have any takers. Let me look at my chat. Let me see. I've been trying step away from my desk and not in my car. Good job, Laura. Hey, lady. All right, good job. So it's a challenge. It is. And what you do is you work at it. And maybe it's such a habit this week that you're not quite there. And maybe you did drive through this week. No judgment, none. But you know in the back of your mind that that's what you're working towards. Okay. So let's just keep working on it. And I don't want you to beat yourself up. I just want you to remember that if you're going to give your body better, it's not going to be in the drive-through. So let's just agree. And so maybe you're forced to do something like be at a restaurant this month. And so we talked about surviving the menu. And I will confess, as a pastor, oftentimes they want to have the pastor's meeting after church. And where do they want to have it? At a restaurant. I get it. I do it frequently. So I say to people, don't go naked. All right. Don't go to the restaurant naked. Go look at the menu before you get there. Now, listen, you guys, you can look at the menu for anything on your phone. Go to that menu, look it up, and find the 2 or 3 things that fit into the lots of veggies and a healthy meat. Lots of veggies, healthy protein. All right. Find that. And then if that doesn't exist there, that's okay. Ask questions about it. When you get there, can I get this grilled? Can I get this without the sauce? You know those things. All right. You know it. Avoid the appetizers because you didn't go there for the appetizers. And then also keep your eye on the serving size because they never, ever give you just one serving. They never do. So the best thing, one of the things I do is I get my doggy bag right away, or I portion my food out on my plate so that I know I'm only going to eat this part and I'm going to take the other part home. They know me as the bag lady. They know me as I'm the doggy bag lady because I never eat all of my food. Okay. I see something in the chat. Let me see. Oh, first time hearing about it. Okay. All right. So you can get started today. Jasmine, you're right. You've not heard about this challenge, but today's what's today's date? I don't even know. I've been so many places, but whatever today is, girl, you can start today. You could just say, I'm going to take that challenge for the rest of July. I'm going to choose not to drive through. I'm going to choose to find some, to really think through my meals. Thanks, Arlene. Yes, it's the 13th. Thank you, Jesus. That's right. Broccoli's birthday's tomorrow. It's the 14th. Got it. But you could choose today. And this is what I want to bring forth today is that you have a choice every day, all day. I know sometimes in your mind, you might want to punish yourself and say, well, I already ate this donut, so let me eat some other stuff. No. That's okay. Every next choice can be a good one. So you didn't know about this challenge and you can say, oh, the month's half forward. No. The month's half full. You still have another whole 30. There's 31 days in July. You have several days in this month to try to build a new habit, right? Of making good choices. Now, it's been really hot. How have we been dealing with the heat? Anybody have strategies about dealing with the heat? Anybody want to share anything? How have you been dealing with it? Because I know for me, the heat I just wilt. Like I said,
I just stay in the house, like honestly. If I don't have to be outside, I'm not going outside. 1, because it's hot, and 2, because I'm wasting more gas. And then 3, because every time I go outside, I spend money. So I'm like, look, I'm just gonna just keep it cool inside.
It's good. It's good. That's excellent. So staying in as much as possible is a great strategy. If you don't have to be out in the heat, for goodness sake, don't go out there. my own bonus mom, out in the pool yesterday with the kids and laying around outside. And then she didn't drink any water, and she comes in, and the last beverage she had last night was not water. It was something else. And then this morning she wakes up and she's literally dizzy, and the room is spinning. And I'm thinking, sweet pie, I know exactly what's wrong with you. You are dehydrated. We've got to get some electrolytes in you. So let me talk you through the thing that I've been doing the entire month. I didn't know it was going to get this hot, but I challenged myself. Now, you guys will remember at the beginning of the year, we said every day, just try to get 4 bottles of water, 4 bottles of water. Let me go grab my bottle. Hopefully your bottle is near you, but just 4 bottles of water, just 4. That's all you need, just 4. And there we go. You can see my little bottle. And I keep these by my bed. I keep 4 because I can keep track. So just this month, and I always tell you guys, I do everything first before I try to tell you, because if it doesn't even begin to work in my body, it's not fair for me to try to give it as a strategy. I think it should be tried. That's my thing. So me and water are friends. I will confess, I love water, but I learned to love water. It wasn't the first thing I loved to drink. Okay. But I've been working on, don't get mad, getting my 4 bottles of water in by 9 a.m. I know it sounds crazy, but it's my way of beating the heat. It's my way of beating the heat. So I know we said 4 bottles by the end of the day. I'd love for you, wouldn't you be willing to maybe try to do it by noon? Try to do it by noon. But I've been getting my water in before 9 a.m. Let me tell you what's been happening. My hunger has just slid far away. I'm just not hungry. I don't need to eat as much. My rest has been much better. My energy levels have been wonderful. And I did not wilt when I went out. So this heat, that having that water in early has helped me manage the heat. Because some of you don't know, I'm the kid that just falls out in the heat. I mean, I just literally just wake up like, okay, what happened? I get very ill if I get overheated. Good job, Mama Connie. I see your bottle of water. I see it. I see it. Come on, let's take a swig together. Come on, go ahead. Water is that's it, girl. That's it. Water is your best friend. So in this heat, you've got to stay hydrated. You have to. And what that may mean, don't let me hurt your feelings, but it may mean you can't drink other drinks, guys. You just may have to slide other stuff off your beverage list, especially during this heat, because every degree that it goes up, your body's losing its water. Okay. Can anybody attest to that with me? Anybody else know what I'm talking about? Okay. Yes. So
I just wanted to make a note, Doctor, that Governor Newsom actually just came out with a campaign called Heat Ready. It was just sent out. They're spending millions of dollars on this because they're actually having the highest record high temperatures for Southern California.
yes, yes.
So in the chat, I put that in there. It includes how you can prepare, as well as tons of other resources, including power outages that are going to be happening that we need to be able to be prepared for, as well as cooling centers in the Riverside and San Bernardino County areas, and any areas that you can go that are cool and air conditioned. So what Doctor is saying is very important just in general, but because we live in Southern California, it's even more adamant that we are listening to everything that she's saying, even more, because people are dying. These are life-threatening, and we're dealing with people who are experiencing people in vulnerable communities who don't have access to a lot of things. And so we need to not only take this information, but share it to our families and friends as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ms. Chasney. I just clicked on that link. It is outstanding. You guys take that. And I really want to hone in on knowing the warning signs of heat-related illnesses. So symptoms of heat stroke, heat exhaustion, all of those kinds of things, muscle cramps, headaches, nausea, vomiting, even tiredness, and especially dizziness. And I can tell you, in the past, I have experienced all of these things. I am sharing with you that if you will hydrate, now I don't see that on there just yet because I haven't had a chance to look at, but get your water in, get your water in. Now, something that my doctor and my chiropractor recommended to me that I am using. So I'm going to share this with you guys. It's something I'm using, but you probably have heard of it already. It's called Liquid IV. Has anybody heard of that? Liquid IV?
Yes.
So this happens to be the energy multiplier version. I'm going to hold this down like this. And if you want to figure out on your camera, but Liquid IV, they're a whole wonderful company. I started using this, how long has it been? Probably in April. And I found out that they use it in places where people are outside a lot, and they actually have this available for people to use who could experience like heat exhaustion and things like that. I started using it because my water levels were becoming so low, my electrolytes and things were so out of balance. I started to have leg cramps. It was kind of bad. And it was a combination of things. But listen, you guys, if you, I just saw in the chat. Okay, Princess, you know about this. Okay. And Chasney, thank you. Concerts and festivals. See, I promise I look up these things. Okay, so this one I'm trying because I'm leaving for Africa next Saturday. And I want to make sure that my energy levels stay nice and level. So I thought I would try this. I love the regular one, this energy one, and I'm going to try the sleep one. It gives you, so my doctor and my chiropractor both recommended this. And I want to tell you, you should try it. Just go. They have it at Costco. They have it at Sam's Club. And then Liquid IV has their own company online. All right. Just try it. Get some, try it. Liquid IV, the company, they will give you a 15% off on your first, a 20% off on your first order. And they'll also let you return something you don't like. So give that a try. So something to add to your arsenal to make sure you're not overheating. Also, I'm going to recommend several personal fans. This one is around my neck. It blows air up for me, but also I'm going to take it off. Maybe you can see there's a cold plate right here, and this gets cold. And so it literally sits on my neck, and the steel part here touches my skin, and it gets cold and keeps me cool. So I want to recommend, I use this, and then you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but this is because my buddy knows I will fall out. So I bought this hat. It is a fan in it, you guys. There's a fan here. I put my little hat on. I look like a real tourist, but the fan is on a hinge that allows it to come down in front of my face. And then I can turn that on and it blows right on my face. Or I can push it up, leave it up, and it just lets cool air come back to me. So another wonderful item. You can get it on Amazon. It's worth every penny. I'm taking it to Africa. But here's what I did the other day. I got the spray bottle. I don't have it with me. I just spray your face and let the fan cool you off. All right. I have another fan that just goes around my neck. The air blows up this way. I don't have it where I can show it to you today. But this little buddy saved me on the plane the other day. I was on the plane flying here, and of course it's hot outside. It's hot way up. Heat rises. I'm in a plane, and that plane was getting really warm, and it was just heaven to be able to put this around my neck, put that cooling plate on my neck, get this air going. All right, so you should think about some of that. Now I'm going to show you this buddy. This is my other little buddy. He's my handheld. I'm gonna turn him on. You guys think I'm crazy, but girl, I cannot do heat. I can't do heat. So I have this guy, and he has a USB cord that you can he has a battery that can be recharged, plugged in. All of these do. I recommend it because you've got to take care of yourself. All right, last but not least. So here's a couple things we've talked about. We've talked about being positive. Remember, every choice matters. So even though you may have made some unsavory choices, that's okay. This choice right now matters. And I want you to congratulate yourself. If you have resisted things like chocolate cake and cookies and kids running around with cupcakes and all manner of stuff, just give yourself a little pat on the back. Here's some hugs from me to you. All right. I want you to be very encouraged. The second thing we talked about was our July challenge. Staying away from the food we know in that drive-through is not good for us. And really planning now to be more mindful and sit and eat. Try it. You will love it. We also discussed how to survive having to go to a restaurant. I know most of us, it's vacation month. You're going to do it. But all of my suggestions, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to share the link to that. Hey, I'm going to get wise. How about that? I'm going to share the link in the chat. So those of you that are on Zoom, you can get this. You can click on that link right now and go to our wellness collection guide. You can see all the details from every challenge we've done all year long. And the last thing we've talked about, well, the next thing we talked about was water, hydration. And I'm finding that my appetite is met, my sleep needs are met, my energy levels are met when I get my water in early. Now, I drink much more than 64 ounces a day, you guys, but we've agreed that that's kind of the average. It's hard to pick because for some people, 64 ounces may be a little much, and your body will tell you when you're thirsty. So really take that to heart and ask lots of questions. But 64 ounces, I think, is a good guideline, okay? And just try, the earlier you get that water in, I'm finding that it's better. So if you can get those 64 ounces in, hey, just try it by noon. And I've been doing it by 9 o'clock, and it's been a blessing. In this heat, let's consider adding a little bit of liquid IV. It's all about your electrolytes, guys. So let's try to do some of that. Consider that. Get your fans, stay inside. And if you got to go outside, get your get them and really try to stay safe. All right. Now, I want to open up the lines for anyone. I'm going to be watching the chat as well. Crystal Light. Okay, Carolyn, welcome. Crystal Light is not one of my favorites only because of what sweetener they use. That's the only reason. But if you can find something that's got a safe sweetener and yeah, you know, to make the water taste good, I'm assuming. And I also just recommend regular fruit. Just drop some cucumber in your water. If you like lemon, I'm not a lemon fan, but a lot of people like lemon. They like lime. I love orange. So I drop a slice of orange in my water. It works. So if you need something to help you get the water in, feel free. Okay. Do some real fruit. Anybody have any other ideas? Someone's asking about getting their water in. Any other ideas? No? You can just put it in the chat.
I hear people talk about eat your water, which are all the very like watermelon, things of that nature during the summer months. And watermelon is really good because the carb content is low. I don't know if anybody
I know
is important for that, but the carb content is low on watermelon, so that's a good way to get water in as well.
That's right. Cucumber is another one, and obviously there's lots of high water content fruits and vegetables, so just consider that. Let's see. Yes, Francesca, watermelon. I would put a couple of, you could even consider the hint water. Yes, I was just getting ready to say that. Yes, Princess, hint water. So a couple, way back, Arlene mentioned the hint waters. They have all sorts of flavor, but no sweetener. And so it gives it a flavor. There's blueberry, there's strawberry, there's melon. all sorts. And if that can work for you, the thing I use if I need a sweet is a couple drops of the liquid stevia. And that's a safe sweetener because you guys, I used all of the Splenda and the Equal and the blah, blah, blah. And oh, wow, you're real serious, Chasney. The fake sugars are not your friend. The fake sugars are not your friend. So try to use a couple drops of stevia, a little fruit, or yeah, go get those hint waters. And Chasney's talking about an IV drip therapy, which they have a roaming nurse who will come to your home and hydrate you with an IV, right, Arlene?
Absolutely. I actually had it
Yeah,
a while ago,
yes.
and I did it because I was actually not just feeling well. And I'm a nurse, and so because I'm a nurse, I know what they would do if I were to go to the ER. And if I were to go to the ER, they would give me IV therapy.
It would, yeah.
So I said to myself, look, let me go ahead and just,
Get your IV at
opposed to
home.
having to wait
Yeah,
8 hours in ER, let me just call up somebody.
right.
And it did. It cost me, it's a pretty penny. It cost about 125. That was the
See, so I was,
introductory price. But I
right,
said to myself, because I wasn't feeling well, I said, I know I don't want to sit in ER. I know I probably didn't drink as much water as I could have, and I know what they're going to do. Now, of course, this is the nursing side of me. If you don't feel well, go to the ER. If you feel dehydrated, go to the ER. But because I kind of know and I can anticipate what they would do, I went ahead and did it. But to talk to Chastity's point, it is a good thing to do. It's not too expensive. It is quite expensive, but it's not just too crazy expensive. And honestly, yeah, it's true. After that, I felt much better, and they can add various vitamins
yes,
to
they can.
that IV therapy. So if you say, you know what, oh my God, I just feel like I'm low on energy, they can add that. Or I just got over a sickness where I was throwing up. They can add certain vitamins and supplements there. So it is an option. It's an expensive option, but it is an option.
Yes. And thank you, Fran, for being on. She asked about monk fruit. Monk fruit is another one of your friends that does not hit on the glycemic index. And we're all about watching our sugar here because we have lots of people around us who really do struggle with diabetes. And matter of fact, we just lost one of our precious babies, a month ago, who, was actually on home dialysis. And you guys, that stuff is really serious. So let's not do it. Don't just do a bunch of sugar. Really find a healthy sugar. And monk fruit's a good choice. Stevia is a great choice. And there are other sugars. We went over that on the glycemic index. Just watch where it hits there. And if you find you got to do some, sugar, I'm not saying you're going to die if you have a packet of sugar. I'm not. But there are other alternatives that are healthy choices. So do that. We're saying stay in the house, stay hydrated, consider the liquid IV. I think it's something that you might want to add. Let me open the door for any other questions. Any other questions? Anybody?
Yeah, are there any challenges that are going on right now, or is it just the July one? I just wanted to make sure and check in to see if there's anything people are doing right now, any programs or supplements or anything that people are doing that I could join in on.
Several of us are doing the shred in our monthly group. In our group, we do the 10-day jump start to wellness, and we do it once a month. So we are on our shred week. It starts the second Monday of every month. It ends the third Wednesday of every month. And I'd be happy to share that information with you, Chasney, so that you can learn about it and get yourself prepared. And I always like to encourage some shifts in your plate before you do the shred. I know a lot of people kind of just want to jump in and do something, and I'm open to that, but I like to see you make some changes. So now's the perfect time for you to get those adjustments going. And so I'll send you, can I send you a link or two?
Yes, please.
All right, so we'll get you going on that shred so you can learn about that, get some other things off your plate that will help you do a really good first shred. I want your first shred to be top notch. If we can get a good one, then you'll want to do it. Like you'll be like, okay, we got to do this again.
Thank you.
So thank you for that. Thank you for that. Any other questions or anyone else have something they'd like to share? Victory. And look in here.
So,
No?
Dr. Bennett, just a quick question. I have a colleague at work, and she's been her weight loss. I know it's not about weight loss, but it was weight loss, and just her journey, her health journey, has been amazing. And so she is struggling in terms of, like you said, you need a buddy. You know what I mean? She needs, and so you do. That's why for me, I miss your, all that. I'm like, oh, I don't mean to bug you, Dr. Brinetta. So. Oh, wow.
Bug me, please bug me. I was so honored, Miss Princess. Thank you.
So I was wondering, if a person wanted to just attend your Thursday, do they have to be a shred person, or can they just be?
No, just come. This is
Okay.
a free space, and I want everybody invite everybody who just wants to talk wellness. And
Okay.
we do the challenges to make it fun, to keep it interesting, and to learn, build several muscles that will build our wellness levels. But this doesn't cost anybody a dime. You don't have to pay to be here. If you choose to add certain things to your life, then I can give you some direction on that, some guidance on that. I would love it if you did the shred with us, those kinds of things. But the goal here really is to have a conversation and just a happy space where people can come and get, support and celebrate and do what you just did, ask questions and get some answers. So everyone is welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I want to give one more minute because we're just about done. Thank you so much again. I want to say a good God bless you to Miss Chasney, and I'll be sending you a link on some things you can consider adding to your life. And also Miss Cindy Gunderson, who's on our chat for the first time. And welcome, Miss Fran. She might not be able to be just yet, but thank you guys for taking the time to join us. Miss Cindy, were you willing to open up and just say hi?
Hello. Yeah, I did lose 3 pounds this week already.
Right. Oh my gosh. And how are you feeling?
I feel fine. I have a lot of energy.
Yes. What did you do? Are you on the shred?
Yes, I am.
Oh my gosh. Okay. How long have you been shredding?
Just since Monday.
Oh my goodness. All right, lady. Oh, we're so excited for you. Oh, yay. And you know what? This is wonderful. Cindy, are you on a team somewhere shredding?
No.
No? Well, then, Cindy, if you will put your email or your phone number in the chat, I can add you to my happy everyday shred messages that Miss Princess was just talking about. And she'll laugh because she'll say, well, you glad you joined today because we didn't get no messages Monday and Tuesday. It's been a crazy week. But if you would like to be a part of that, it doesn't cost a dime, and I'd be happy to add you to my shred list. Yay. How did you hear about my meeting?
From BJ?
Oh, nice. Yay, my godmother. Oh, wonderful. Well, Miss Cindy, we're just honored to have you. Honored. And we look forward to you joining us as often as you're able. So yeah, send me your, you could put it here in the chat, or you could send it to drbrinetta@gmail.com. And then I'll add you to my shred list and you can get those. Hello, Miss Fran. Okay, so erythritol natural You know what? I've been reading on that. I've been trying to get a definitive answer. And so I'm going to say I don't have a definitive answer yet, Ms. Fran, on the sweetener you're asking me about. So if I were you for right now, I would stick to monk fruit, stevia, the Truvia brand I know you can use, or
Sister, I
just,
have something to say about that.
yes,
It's still a chemical, the one that she's referring to.
okay.
So the monk fruit
Yeah,
and the
check the monk.
stevia are based on plants,
It's a
and the
plant-based sweetener.
yes, and the other
Okay.
one is it's what a lot of people use, like a lot of companies use, like to decrease the sugar intake, and they'll use it like in, just to make things sweet, but it's still chemically based.
Yes. And so we know that the chemicals, unfortunately, your body doesn't always, the chemicals could taste good, but your body doesn't always know what to do with them. And that's where the problem lies, Fran, specifically now, what we know for certain, there's no question about it. And I have lived through it, and God bless me, I have been healed. But there are challenges in your brain with when your body tries to process these chemicals. And I'm talking about the Sweet and Low, the what's all of them? The Splenda, what's that other?
Equal.
Yes, Equal. And I used to use them all. I used every one of them. I was a Diet Coke junkie. I used all of them. And then I started losing both my long-term and short-term memory.
And sister, I will say that sometimes it is hard to avoid
It is.
those type of sweeteners, but if you can make a decision and a choice to,
Yes.
that's when you really push and say, well, I know this product that I'm buying
Yes.
has this whatever in it, but then that's when you can choose, that's when you choose the stevia and the monk fruit, you know. And then
And
also another thing I want to say is a lot of women deal with a lot of hormonal issues, and most of that is based on the chemicals and the
how much
pesticides
money?
and everything else that we put in our body.
I carry, I'm the bag lady. I carry in my little bags my stevia. This is liquid. I love the liquid. I'm not a fan of the powder, but you may like it. I love the liquid. I carry stevia everywhere I go. In this small bottle, you just need a couple of drops to, for your unsweetened iced tea, or to put a little bit of mint oil and some sweetener. Now you got some mint something, or a little bit of lemon in that sweetener. So wherever you can avoid it, that's the thing. When you have the choice, try to use natural things. We just said that earlier. Your body knows what to do with an apple, and you've never heard of one person dying of an apple overdose. It's never happened. All right. So with that being said, I want to say thank you. It is almost 7, and you guys have just been the most wonderful audience tonight. I will end with a little sad note that we will not have our 4th Thursday night meeting. Oh, goodness, you guys. My husband
I
and
think we can make it happen, sister.
You think we can make it happen? Okay, so I'm just
I
warning
do.
you. If me and my buddy can't make it happen, but we are going to work hard to do it. But my husband and I are going to be in Africa on a mission trip. And it means that we will be gone. We're going to be in Kenya during that week. We're going to see those precious brothers and sisters there on the continent. We'll be in 4 different cities. I think it's 4 or 5 different cities. And the last city is the new orphanage that we partially built. It's been a project, but we're going to go there and dedicate it and give gifts to kids and have a wonderful time. And so you say prayers for us. Arlene and I are going to work hard to have something wonderful for you.
I think I have an idea, sister.
All right, perfect.
If everybody here will send a couple of questions to brinettap@gmail.com, we will do a question and answer, just, interview back and forth of just all
For
the
the question.
questions.
All
So
right.
we'll do
It might
all
be
health and
easier.
wellness questions.
Yes, it might be easier.
And we'll record it.
At Dr. Brinetta@gmail.com.
Right.
No, that's easy. Everybody can see that down on the thing. So Dr. Brinetta@gmail.com. And I'm gonna type that in the chat.
I say everyone send at least 3 questions in. So you guys have homework. 3 questions. Okay. And it could be things that we've already talked about. You know, it will be kind of like a free-for-all Q&A. Yeah.
I'm putting that in there on YouTube as well. Okay, so drbrinetta@gmail.com. Send them as soon as you can. And Arlene and I will sit down and we'll do a little video to answer your questions. And then we'll play that on the fourth Thursday of this month. That's going to be fun. I think that's going to be something we'll do that. Yes, please drop email in the chat. Did you see it? So drbrinetta@gmail.com. I think that's the easiest one for everybody to get right. And yes. And then you guys invite someone. We all need buddies. I have so many people that call me and tell me they're lonely and they're sad because they don't have anybody to play with. So your best friend is in Kenya. Oh my gosh, Fran, you have to tell me her name and give me some contact information. I don't know if she's still going to be there, but we would love to try to reach out to her. We'll be in Nairobi, Meru, Kisumu, and Kisii, Kenya. So we'll be in all 4 of those cities during our trip. And if we can connect, that would be super awesome. So yes, thank you, Fran. And I'm not sure why we can't hear you in the Zoom, but hopefully you got your question answered. All right. And then yes, we have another friend, Francesca. Love you, Francesca, and thank you. All right, you guys, it is 6:59. And I want to say a good God bless you and thank you for each of you. Thanks for joining us. Stick in there with the challenge. Just stick in there with the challenge. All right. And we will see you next time. Love you much. Blessings. Bye.